Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. Thanks for coming out. This Briggs & Stratton 2-in-1 combo mulcher came from the baby load of mowers, which was a landscaping company, got rid of their non-runners. I've gone through quite a bit of those units to see what they needed, did some troubleshooting. I'm doing this 2-in-1 combo today. So the issue with this one initially was the recoil spring was frozen. There was no recoil action. So I stole a recoil off of a brute in my junkyard. So while I had the recoil assembly off, I looked at the coil to check out the condition of the coil. This is actually the coil that came out of it. There was a bunch of rust here on the coil. I sanded that down with some sandpaper. Put the unit back on the machine and tried to get spark and no spark. So the coil was dead. I snatched the coil off of the brute, put that on. We got spark now. So the initial problem with this may have been a bad coil. I noticed a lot of the bolts on the recoil assembly were missing. There's only one bolt holding the recoil to the engine block. So somebody had been in there digging around, trying to do some troubleshooting. It ended up being this coil not producing spark. So we rectified that situation. We have a recoil that works now. So we're going to check this thing out. Here's the original recoil. And the rope is bound up tight. This spring looks to be rusted shut. There's a lot of rust here on the inside. A severe amount of rust on the tin right here. An old bee's nest, hornet's nest, made a home in here. Looking at the production date here, if you look under where it says code, there's a set of numbers. The first two digits of the year that it was made. So 99 would be 1999. The second two digits of the month, 03, would be March. The fourth set of digits, 16, would be the 16th day of March of 1999. That's right under where it says code. And so your model numbers at the beginning of this. This is model 12H is in Hilo 802-232 is the model number. So if you ever want to look up parts, look at the front of your recoil housing above the spark plug wire, which comes out here, and you'll find your model number and production date. So I had been to a yard sale a week or two ago, and I got this 40-piece set of sockets and the ratchet for $2. So I just want to show you, kids and cadets, it doesn't take a lot of expensive tools. You don't need a full set of Matco or Snap-on tools to tinker around your backyard. This $2 set was all I needed to disassemble the recoil assembly and the coil on this Briggs & Stratton. So this is a GSC company out of Taiwan. You want to try to find Taiwanese tools over Chinese tools. So I'm guessing this is some set out of the 70s. So if you go to Harbor Crud, you can buy this same 40-piece set now. They're about $10. And you get a new set of sockets. So for you kids and cadets that don't have tools readily available, you can spend $10 at Harbor Crud and get yourself a socket set. These things are rusty and they look like crap, but they got the job done. So the other main issue with this is it's missing the rear wheels. It takes the high rear wheels. And those are missing. So I got to take a walk through my scrapyard and try to find a couple of high wheels that I can put on this thing. So I would call this a second tier mower. It's not the prettiest thing. It's got rust. So I'm thinking when I get this up and running, it'll be a $70 to $80 unit. Older unit, it'll be functional. I got to put a safety brake cable on it. That's rusted off. Besides the cable and the wheels, it's nearly a complete unit. I think the blade will sharpen up fine. So let's see what this thing's going to do. Since we know we got spark with that replacement coil, I'm going to try this thing out. Like I said, somebody's been in here and there's 3 out of 4 bolts missing on the recoil when I took it apart. You can see all the surface rust on this thing. It's been sitting outside for quite some time. There was water in the tank. A bunch of water just poured out of this thing. There was no air filter on it. I unscrewed the cover and there's nothing. So I'm going to give it some happy juice and see what we got here. I have a 4x4 block under the rear of the deck, so it's not going to gouge the ground. I got it off the ground back there. I had put a little bit of pressure on the recoil assembly since I only have one bolt holding it down, so it did fire off quite easily. A little bit of oil smoke there, but nothing too bad, so I think this is a good candidate for resurrection. It's going to take a little bit more work than some of my other projects, but it'll be rectifiable. So I wanted to give a shout out to my Swiss viewers. They wanted to know what recent project I was working on, so I want to say thanks for watching. I may slow down here in the next couple weeks. We're in the middle of December, getting close to Christmas. I have other things I'll be doing possibly for the next couple weeks, but I'll start hitting it hard after the New Year's and get back to full scale fixing production. So if you don't see a video every day, it's not because I quit. I'm just taking a break here till we get through the season. So there you have it, kids and cadets. I appreciate you coming out and checking out Tommy Time. Come back and see me.